Was 7:42 a.m. on a gray Tuesday when I got the text from my brother. Greater than, "You're moron, why you quit your job and mom needs new tires for her car." I read it 3 times. The lack of punctuation, the misplaced, the blunt accusation, it was all so him. But under the sloppy grammar, I could hear his voice, equal parts frustration, disbelief, and that deep sibling concern that hides behind insults. I set the phone down on the kitchen table, next to my half-drunk coffee and the unemployment paperwork I hadn't yet finished. The apartment was quiet except for the hum of the fridge. I hadn't told Mom yet. I was waiting for the right time, though I suspected there wasn't going to be one. The truth was, I didn't exactly quit my job, I just didn't go back. One day, after another 12-hour shift of answering customer emails that all blurred together, "Thank you for reaching out, we apologize for the inconvenience," I closed my laptop, stared at the cracked paint on my ceiling, and thought, I can't do this anymore. It wasn't a glamorous exit. No dramatic speech, no walkout. Just quiet surrender. And now Mom needed new tires. Mom's car had been her lifeline since Dad passed. An aging Honda Civic with 172,000 miles and a persistent check engine light that she swore was just the sensor. Every morning, she drove 30 miles to the nursing home where she worked as a caregiver, sometimes taking the night shift if another nurse called out. She'd joke that she had more mileage than the car. I knew about the tires because she'd mentioned it last week when I visited. We were sitting in her driveway, the late summer heat still heavy in the air, as she examined the worn treads with her reading glasses perched on her nose. "They're bald," she muttered. "I'll need to get new ones before winter." I said I'd help. Back then, I still had a paycheck. I finally texted my brother back. Greater than, "It's complicated. I'll figure something out," he replied 2 minutes later. Greater than, "It's always complicated with you." He wasn't wrong. I had a talent for complicating things, relationships, jobs, plans. My brother, Jason, was the opposite, a mechanic with grease under his nails, a steady income, and a knack for fixing what was broken. Including people, sometimes. But there was something he didn't get about why I left that job. It wasn't laziness. It was exhaustion. A slow erosion of something I couldn't name. Every day had felt like pushing through fog. The company talked about efficiency and optimization, but all I felt was hollow. The kind of tired that sleep doesn't fix. Still, bills don't care about burnout, and neither do tires. That afternoon, I drove to Mom's house. The Civic was parked in the driveway, its once silver paint now a sun-faded gray. She was inside making soup, humming along to a radio station that only played songs from the 70s. "Hey, honey," she said when I walked in. "You're just in time." "Chicken noodle." I smiled and tried not to look guilty. "Smells good." We sat at the table, and for a few minutes, we talked about normal things, the weather, her work, how the neighbor's dog kept digging holes under her fence. I almost convinced myself not to say anything. But then she mentioned the car again. "Jason said he can get me a deal on tires next week," she said. Bless his heart, he's always helping. I took a sip of soup and felt the weight of her words. Jason was always helping. I wanted to be that person too, but lately I'd been more of a problem than a solution. "Mom," I said finally, "I quit my job." She didn't react right away. She just set her spoon down slowly, her eyes narrowing a little in that way she used to when I was a kid, and confessed to breaking something. "You quit?" "Yeah," I said. "Well, more like, I stopped going." "Oh, honey," she sighed. "You were there almost 3 years." "I know, but I couldn't do it anymore." It felt like I was I searched for the right words, fading out. She was quiet for a long moment, then reached across the table and took my hand. Her skin was rough from years of caregiving, but her touch was soft. "I get it," she said. "I really do. But you know life doesn't stop when we're tired." "I know. You got a plan?" "Not yet," I admitted.